Welcome, welcome. Looks like Rachel was the first one in today. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, fun day. Hello, hello. Hi, Tracy, Cycle, Appeasy, Elizabeth. Hi. Good to see all my friends here today. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Lady Doc. Nice, Bailey. You're at a baseball game. Cool, how fun. Hi, Chili. Hi, Justin. Hi, Clint. Wait for a few more people to get here, and then hi, Andrea. Dorian. Wait a few more minutes for a few more people to get here, and then we'll do the Diavatalks SmackDown song. Hi, T7. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Tracy. You'll just keep on tapping that screen. Hello, Paula. All right, we got enough for the Diava SmackDown. Here we go. Nope, wrong song. There we go. She signs on every day waiting for MAGA to enter the door. Whether this and that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got bite. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diana hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diana's got game, and she's hard to beat. See Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jew. With Magus in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, yeah, Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens." So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA tweets swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. That is for all you MAGA men. MAGA in general, but MAGA men to the nth degree. You are the most emotional creatures that have ever walked this planet, bar none. If you're on TikTok, go ahead and hit the guest request button. If you come on up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. If you're over there on YouTube, you can call in the number on the screen if you voted for Donald Trump. But please only call if you voted for Donald Trump. Everybody else, thank you for tapping the screen. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. If you don't agree with my background, come up and tell me why. Because I think you cannot be a good person or a Christian if you support Trump at all. It's inconsistent or incongruent.
One thing does not go with the other. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Hit the guest request and come on up. If you don't agree with the background, come up and tell me why. I think that if you still if you still support Donald Trump, you are a terrible human. I think you are the worst of society. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, come on up. If you don't agree with me, or if you're over on YouTube and Twitch, you can call in. If you voted for Donald Trump, you can call in too. Oh, I love the turtle or the tiny Diney. It's so cute. Talk about the food day. I don't know what that is. I know, isn't that so cute, Princess? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I am looking for Trump voters. A flood? I mean, what is there to talk about? It's Donald Trump's fault that all those children are missing. And the Republicans in the state of Texas. It's the GOP. It's the GOP's fault those all those people are missing and unalive. Reagan, thank you so much for the bouquet. Needless, needless, needless. Yeah, Val was on here yesterday. Val is safe. It is the Republicans, Democrat. I mean, Republicans, MAGA. Oh, Gen X Proud, thank you for the tiny Diney. It's so cute. And I think that everyone who voted for the Trump administration also has blood on their hands. I don't know where Mishi lives. I don't know what state she lives in. Donald Trump is probably fucking golfing. Oh, thank you, Bunny, for this fireworks. That's so pretty. MAGA doesn't believe in offing babies. No, you just believe in drowning them when they go off to camp. Fucking sickos. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I said what I said. I'd rather have an abortion at 6 weeks when it's a clump of cells that isn't even turned into anything yet than have them be born and sentient and get unalived in school or while they're at a Christian camp in Texas and just let them get swept away in the water. You guys are only pro life when it's before it's born. After it's born, you guys don't give a shit. Right, and thank you for subscribing over here. It's just gross. They're pro forced birth. There's nothing, literally nothing at all pro life about this party whatsoever. There's nothing Christian about them either. Nothing Christ like. They're just pro forced birth and controlling women. Oh, this might work for a Sunday of them going to church. Praise Jesus. We successfully voted to take food and healthcare away from poor people to benefit the rich. Amen. Can I get an amen, church? Can I get an amen? Praise Jesus. That's why I said it's incongruent for you to say that you are either a Christian. Well, thank you. They were chanting USA, USA, USA out of ripping Medicaid and healthcare and food away from poor people in this country. They're chanting USA. And they were praying in the chamber right before the passage to make sure that poor people lost their benefits. I'm sure that's exactly what Jesus wanted. They're sick. Absolutely sick. Vile human beings. Nothing Christ like about any one of these fuckers. Not a one. Logos, did you vote for Trump?
I sure did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
47, Tennessee.
Okay, what did you want to say?
Well, I just came up, because you were kind of, spreading a lot of misinformation there with your prayer.
Nope, I sure did not. Not a word did I say was wrong or misinformation.
Well, I want to come up and say thank you, Jesus, for the $5 trillion that's going to flood our economy here in just a little while.
You're not a Christian. Stop that hypocrisy.
I am.
No, you're not.
You don't need to say that.
No, you're not.
You're the one who took the mark of the beast vaccination, so not me.
Oh, you're a cuckoo crazy. Okay. Oh boy. How about the MAGA hat you wear on your head? Because the Bible actually says you're going to wear the mark of the beast upon your forehead. You little heathen, be quiet. I don't allow men to speak over me. So if I'm speaking, you're not.
That's why you're single.
No, I'm not. But thank you. It doesn't matter. I will be single soon, and I'll choose that for myself. Thank you. No, I'm not. Not yet. I don't allow men to speak over me, so if I'm speaking, you're not. What does the Bible say about immigrants?
Men have dominion over everything.
What does the Bible say about immigrants?
It says to feed them and to clothe them.
That's not what it says. You don't even know what your fucking Bible says, dude. You go. Why don't you go read your Bible and get off my live? Because that's not what it says.
It says obey the laws of the land too.
Nope. What does the Bible say about immigrants?
It says to obey the laws of the land.
What does the Bible say specifically about immigrants?
So when foreigners come into your land, you will accept them and love them.
Nope, that's not what it says, but you're close.
What does it say? Oh my gosh.
It says welcome the immigrant as a citizen because you too were once an immigrant in the land of Egypt. So all of this mass deportations, throwing people. I said I don't allow men to speak over me. Know your place. Be quiet.
My place is above you.
Never.
Yes.
Never. Mm-mm.
Men rule the world.
Yeah.
And always.
No, they won't. I promise you patriarchy will be smashed after this administration, and it won't return in our lifetimes.
Women will never rule.
Yes, we will. We're natural born leaders. Men are too emotional to lead.
You're weak.
Men are too emotional to lead.
You have a period where you become unstable.
You guys are unstable. You guys start all the war. You guys start. You know what? When women get emotional, they cry and they get upset. When men get emotional, they're violent. I would much rather have a man who is emotional, or a woman who's empathetic and cries, than have a man who has anger and starts wars and throws people in concentration camps like Donald Trump is.
Welcome to America.
Huh?
This land is our land. This land is your land. So congratulations. We're acting the Constitution out and the Declaration of Independence.
Donald Trump has violated the Constitution over and over and over again since he took office.
I think the Supreme Court's also paid for, don't you?
Well, the ones that he appointed, yes, because he put them in there specifically to do that.
What about the ones that he didn't appoint that voted with him on this last immigration bill?
I don't always agree with everything they do.
Well,
and they didn't. And shut the fuck up. Know your place. In my life, it's beneath me. So know your place. I can play this game all day.
It's fun.
I got time. You just think you're something, huh?
I know I am.
No, you're not. What are you? Oh, let me guess. You're a white man.
I'm on the right side of history. Actually, I'm Native American.
Dude, you are so you're not on the. If you have to say you're on the right side of history, you're not on the right side of history.
Well, I assure you, you're about to find out you're going to be on the wrong side.
So, do you think the people, the right side of history, are people that throw people in concentration camps? You think you're on the right side of history?
If they are here illegally and criminals, yes.
I said human beings. It doesn't matter. How Christian of you. How Christian of you. How Christian of you. You are literally so pathetic and vile that there was not a chance in hell you'll ever see the pearly gates, because you are full of hate and iniquity, and your dignity is gone, and you are absolute trash. You okay? What's wrong? Oh. That guy was a wackadoo, doodle 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 doo. My God. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. These people are sick in the head. Why would anyone want to go to heaven and spend eternity with these people? Ugh, God. That would be absolute hell on earth. No, thank you. Not in any lifetime would I want to spend eternity with people like that. There is no chance these people will ever make it to heaven if there is such a place. There's no way. You think heaven's going to be segregated for you? The white people over here, the brown people over here, the illegal immigrants and the illegal immigrants. I mean, come on, man. If you can't even worship or live with him here on earth, how are you going to live in heaven with them for eternity? Oh, that's right. You're not. You're not going there. You won't be there. You won't be there. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. These people are sick, man. God, they're sick. Sick, sick, sick. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on out. They really are the bottom of the barrel. I mean, I'm talking just like scraping the bottom of the barrel. Jenny Marie, thank you for subscribing. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. You can just hear the demon in these people's voices, that this is anything but Christ-like. Can you imagine Jesus doing that? He's like, suffer the children to come to me. Blessed are the poor. Blessed are the meek and mild. Can you imagine? This is just utter blasphemy. Jesus would literally, I'm surprised a lightning bolt ain't hit you yet. Ugh. Voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. They're disgusting. Oh, let me show here. Oh, wait a minute. I have a really good background for the last guy. I'm not going to boot you if you don't act like a complete and utter doofball. Act like you got some sense. That last guy was 0 days. Teresa, then I'll just boot you now. Either come up, shut your fucking mouth, or leave. That's easy. Just say I'm scared. It's less words. I invited her up, so if she doesn't come up, you guys can boot her. Maybe they can come up and tell me I'm rude. Your vote was rude. Your face is rude. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Oh my God. This one's going to be a real hoot and a half, y'all. Buckle up. The king. Jesus Christ. How old are you? Did you vote for Trump?
Entirety. That's fine. Yes, I did. 35 voted for Trump.
And
Great
what?
state of Texas, by the way.
Fantastic. Don't you love how he just fucked your state completely?
How did he F our state?
By cutting National Weather Service, the NOAA, the person's job that is to send out alerts. That position has been vacant since April 30th in Houston and San Antonio.
Alarms were going off the entire time, right? I live in that county, and flash
Don't care.
alarms were going off the entire time.
Don't care.
Alerts were happening. They haven't.
Don't care.
Okay, that's why you don't care, obviously.
Nope, it's not true because the reporter, shut your fucking mouth when I'm speaking. I don't allow men to speak over me, and it won't start with you today. The reporter that asked the question of the guy in charge of emergency management said, why didn't we get alerts until 7 a.m. in the morning when it started around 2 a.m.?
Numerous flash flood alerts went out from 12 a.m. on, ma'am. I live in that fucking county.
Then
Jackass.
nope, you're wrong.
I live there. Oh, yeah, I'm wrong.
Because everyone that lives there is saying the opposite, and you're lying.
12 a.m. on.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. I don't allow.
You're right. Listen, people like your rhetoric,
You're so emotional. Why don't you get a hold of yourself? Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. You're very emotional. Very emotional. Calm down. It's okay.
Hear my voice right now.
Calm down.
Cool, collected now.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
What's your problem with men? You obviously have a problem with men. Somebody obviously.
I have no problem with respectful men. I have no problem I don't allow disrespectful men to disrespect me.
But I heard you saying the patriarchy is going to collapse.
Correct. It will. It will.
Why? Why are you afraid of that?
I'm not afraid of it. You guys have led for 249 years, and shut your fucking mouth. I told you when I'm speaking, you're not. You ask me a question, I go to answer you. Shut your pie hole. Got it? Good. You have had 249 years to run this country, and you've done nothing good with it. You've had slavery. You've had indentured servitude. Now we have concentration camps. Men are too emotional to lead. When they get emotional, they get angry and they get violent. When women are emotional, we might cry a little, but then we're fine. Okay? You guys have had a long enough run, and you're done.
We're not.
You will be. Oh, but you will be.
We're just getting started.
Yeah, that's what you sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, what makes you great again? Tell me how any of this makes you great, baby boo. Shh. You gotta be more specific. You gotta be more specific.
Getting the criminal element that's been allowed to.
You voted for a criminal, you dumb fuck.
Falsifying business records, really?
You voted for a criminal. You voted for the criminal.
Oh,
And the adjudicated rapist, and the person who he found for fraud, and a person who can't run a charity in the state of New York because they defrauded Children's Cancer Charity and Prisoners of War charities. Oh, you voted for a stellar man.
Much better candidate.
Oh, yes. Yes, the alternative was a prosecutor who put criminals in jail. Oh, my goodness. Oh. God, you're in a cult, dude. You're fucking crazy. You're literally off the wall. And if you drink the Kool-Aid, you're going to end up like the people did back in Jim Jones. Have the day you deserve. I hope you get everything you voted for. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your life. Oh my God. It's a cult. MAGA now. MAGA forever. Oh, MAGA. Whoa, these people are nuts. Goddamn. Woo! My lord, my lord. Oh, he wasn't choking on the Kool-Aid. He was straight mainlining that shit. He's gone to the next level. Next continent, you only have 3 followers, which means either you're a bot or you're just going to come up here and slur and crash out. So, no, thank you. I don't bring up people with only 3 followers. Never goes well. I can't say that on TikTok, though. Yeah. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. MAGA today, MAGA now, MAGA forever. Oh, they're sick. They're sick. Bailey Dawn said hi, Ava. But Kamala had a funny laugh. Instead, we have concentration camps. Yay! But her laugh. Again, for the guy that was just up. For the guy that was just up. Zero days without white nonsense. These men, Donald Trump has convinced these men that they are somehow far superior. They think they're so superior and they are so gross. Ava said that man was drinking the Kool-Aid like it was Coca-Cola. Just straight chugging. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. They're cheering for their own demise. I know. Yeah, they're all dolphins. That's for sure. They all follow a bunch of young girls. If you're over there on YouTube or Twitch and you want to call in, there is a call-in number. If you're a Trump voter, you can call in and talk. Like that house your dad paid for and you live in it for free. I wish I lived in it for free. I wish I lived in it. I'm on the deed. I own it too. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yeah, I got rid of Badger. He had no followers. He was a bot. He just made that account to come up and say that. It's stupid. Why are they called dolphins? I don't know. I don't know why. Somebody on TikTok coined that phrase. It was like a code word for them being like, follows young girls. I have no idea. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Yeah. PDF files. Yeah. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request coming up. Afternoon. Oh, is it Barrister and Amanda Rose's live? Okay. But Barrister started the dolphin. I thought it was Barrister, but I wasn't sure. Where are the Epstein files? Being burned by Pam Bondi. Oh, Matthew. Oh, yeah, that's your discount. Yeah, so gross. Alligator Alcatraz. People championing people being eaten by alligators, and they're like, yes, you are sick. I don't know what it has dolphin to do with it. I have no clue. I don't know the rationale. No. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Oh yeah, so go ahead, shake it up so when you open it, it pops everywhere. That's brilliant. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request coming up. Yep. Hi, Becky. Oh yeah, there's people. There was a woman, a family. She took a picture of her son standing on the sign. They're sick. These are the same people who would be cheering for the chambers, the gas chambers. Same energy. They're just good little schnazzies. And they should be treated in society as such. Like your boy FDR. How many fucking years do we have to go back to FDR, Mello? Give me a break. You people will reach for the dumbest, stupid shit. Shut up. Get out of my life. My God. Just insane. Ain't got nothing but FDR, who was before all of us were born, right? Yeah, we should be boycotting Etsy until they take Etsy and Amazon until they take down the alligator Alcatraz merch that they're selling. It's gross.
That shit ain't real.
Mr. Bill, did you vote for Trump?
That shit ain't real.
Did you vote for Trump?
That shit ain't real. That shit ain't
Somebody come get their peepaw. Somebody come get their peepaw. Meemaw's calling you, honey. The fuck was that? He answered it for me. Yes, he definitely voted for Trump. Grandpa sundowning. Peepaw sundown already. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. How are you calling to debate?
Yeah.
How old are you? Just for TikTok purposes?
Late 20s. Well over the age of 18.
Okay. And what state did you vote in?
I'm sorry?
What state did you vote in?
I voted this last election. I voted in Washington State.
Okay. What did you want to talk about?
I mean, I said you were taking debates and you wanted to debate Trump supporters, which I consider myself a Trump supporter. So, I mean, I could give you my reasons that I voted for Trump, or if there's something you wanted to roast a Trump supporter about, we can do that. It's kind of up to you.
Well, what I want to ask you, if you don't mind me asking you, what do you think about the building of concentration camps within the United States?
Are you talking about the thing in Florida? What specifically are you talking about?
Well, that's the first one. They said they're going to be building a bunch more, and they just gave with this big beautiful bill that passed. There's billions of dollars that are going to be allocated for ICE and ICE detention centers and stuff like that.
Yeah, we definitely need to give. I wouldn't say definitely. Considering that ICE isn't doing as much as they probably should be doing right now, we probably should be getting more funds. As far as building like internment centers or something like that, that seems kind of silly. Just because if people are not citizens of the United States, then I really see a reason to keep them incarcerated here. It makes sense to send them back where they came from. So, yeah.
You're like really muffled. Is there some reason why you're like really not coming through very clear?
Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit. So you think that it's perfectly okay. Did you happen to light any fireworks on the 4th of July?
No.
Did anybody in your family or you guys didn't light any off?
I'm sure. I mean, I have some acquaintances with it, yeah. Not family that I'm aware of, but yeah, people I know.
Well, do you know that shooting off fireworks like that is a Class A misdemeanor, which is the same offense as of crossing the border without papers is? Do you think that your friends should have to go to a concentration camp because they have a Class A misdemeanor?
Oh, no. I mean, I think it's, like I said, if they were, if there was somewhere else that they were supposed to be, if they weren't legally allowed to be in the United States, then
so you think a concentration camp, so you think the concentration camp is the answer?
No, I just told you, I think sending them back to where they came from is the answer.
Yeah, but that's not what they're doing. They're sending them to concentration camps. They're sending them to El Salvador. They're sending them to Sudan. They're sending them to countries they didn't originate from, or they're just keeping them in detention centers indefinitely. Why? Deportation is a legal process where they have due process. They go before a judge. They get a deportation order, and they're sent back to their country of origin. What they're doing is not deportation. What they're doing is hunting human beings and then kidnapping them off the streets and human trafficking them across the country to different detention centers. That's not deportation, and that's not American, and that's not human. That's not humane at all.
Yeah, I mean, if there's people who are not supposed to be here in the first place, I don't really care about the humanity of what they're doing to them. That's kind of self-explained, right?
Oh,
you're an obligation to Americans, not to non-Americans.
Nope, you're filth. I'm gonna go. Bye. Hope you get everything you voted for. Because if you say you don't care about humanity, I have no use for you, and you're a disgusting human being. Goodbye. He's like, if they don't belong in this country, then I don't care about if it's inhumane. Yeah, that's where we're at, folks. Just like I said, they don't care. And they would have been good little schnazzies. They would have shoved the people in the incinerators. Fucking shameful that we have to walk around and share breath with these people. My God. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the gas request. Oh, that's maybe another call. Hello, you call.
Sure.
Are you calling in to debate?
Yeah, hi. Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
I mean, I'm over 21.
Okay. But, well, I just for TikTok and YouTube purposes, all my everything's over 18, so I just ask everybody.
Oh yeah, this is Charlie.
Okay. And what state did you vote in?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
What state did you vote in?
Oh, I voted in California. I voted for Trump, and I think you're. I think you're very. You are a unique human being.
Okay.
So, are we live right now? Are you on YouTube?
I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok live. Yes, you are live.
I saw you about, I don't know, 6-7 months back. Remember you were like at a grocery store and you got a bottle of champagne and you were celebrating?
Not me.
No. Remember you were celebrating because Kamala Harris was going to win the election? You were happy?
That wasn't me.
What's that?
That wasn't me.
Oh, well, is this Diava? What is your name?
I don't drink champagne. I've never been to the store while I'm on live, so it's not me. I am Diavatalks. but that's not me.
Oh, I apologize. Are you currently wearing a blue shirt and you have glasses?
Yes. You can see me on YouTube. Hello.
Yeah, I remember you like 6 months back. You were celebrating. You were mocking a gentleman that worked at a grocery store, and you were basically making fun of him because you were saying, "Cameron's gonna win." Right?
What the fuck is happening? I think I'm good. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? I'm in Florida. Not in California. Jesus fuck. What the hell was that? That was rude. Pretty fucking rude. Oh, I think somebody's obsessed with me. Why are you so obsessed with me? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Oh my goodness. I've never, ever, ever, ever been live in a grocery store. Oh my God, I bet this is him again. It's him again. Ah. He's probably going to keep calling you guys, I have a feeling. It's giving stalker vibes. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I did debate him. He's weird. He's talking about me at the grocery store and buying champagne and all. What the fuck? None of that happened. Oh my God. It's going to continue, isn't it? Yep, he keeps calling me over and over again. He's confusing me with Dr. Arlene. Who's that? Oh my God. I can't block him. It's coming. Oh my God. This is not going to end, is it? Hi, are you calling to debate?
This is Dr. Phil. Listen to me. You need to do something with the people that are calling into your program, okay?
What the hell?
Hello? This is Dr. Phil. I want to talk to you about what you're doing right now, okay? Remember when you did that thing about before Trump was elected? You
Oh my God. I'm gonna get all the crazies, aren't I? How come everybody else just gets like normal YouTube callers and they actually have conversations, and I get the freaking crazies? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Oh my God. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. They're all fucking crazy. Hey, if you guys want to help support my live, I do have my pay apps and my link in my bio, or in my bio. It's just Diavatalks, Cash App, Venmo. If you want to help support my live, I am crowdfunded. I don't get paid by the DNC or by George Soros or anybody else. So if you want to help support my live, I am here every single day, 7 days a week, from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern, and always appreciate your support. Ari gets YouTube people calling in from YouTube, and Polly gets YouTube people calling in, and they have real good debates, and I just get the crazies, apparently. I do remember when Republicans were normal. I do. That's gone. God. He's still calling. Yeah, I talked about that days ago, where Donald Trump said that he's like, we just let the farmers take care of them, basically have slaves again or indentured servitude. Yeah. That the farmers could just be responsible for their slaves. Their indentured servitude. I don't know. It's kind of wild to me. I'm not even answering him at this point. This is off the hook. I don't want to keep chat. I don't want to. I mean, it's ridiculous. I should answer and call. Thank you for calling Planned Parenthood. Slaves, indentured servitude. If the farm owners are responsible for their people, what do you call it then? Please enlighten me. Please enlighten me. Oh my God. He's not messaging in the chat now. How are you calling to debate?
Hello?
Are you calling to debate?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
Gotta be 18 and up. I don't debate 14-year-olds. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Appeasy's a friendly. Are you calling about your car's extended warranty? That's funny. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I'll see if I can figure out how to block through that service. Obviously, it's not my real cell phone number that's up there. Okay. So it's not as easy if it was my real cell phone number. I wouldn't be dumb enough to put that out there. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. We can see you at Peasy. I just don't know how to do it, Tim. That's what I said. I'll figure out how to do it. I just don't know how to do it right this second. Oh, there was an ICE raid in Orlando. Um, yep. Sean, thank you for the $3 cash app. You have the YouTube wackies coming in today. I know, right? They went to a Home Depot in Orlando. Yep. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Yep. They're just going after anybody. I don't know which one in Orlando. No clue. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's chat. I need somebody to tell me how any of this is making you great. I don't have the Ice Block app. I don't have an iPhone. Oh, it's an unknown number, so it won't allow me to block it. I found out how to block it in Google Voice, but it doesn't. So he calls in a private line, and so it doesn't allow me to block it. Yeah, unfortunately, I know the death toll is going to rise in Texas. It's going to keep rising. There's still uncounted for people, so unfortunately, that's going to continue to happen. Carrie, thank you for the $2 Venmo. For a $2 challenge for Diva's shock therapy or alcohol she will need after today's show. Love you, Diva. All right, there's a $2 challenge if you would like to help support my live. Carrie is challenging you to send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo. I'll put it on the yellow banner, but it's just my name, Diavatalks, just like it's spelled. And it has my same logo. Let's see, I know it's me. There you go. So if you want to participate in the $2 challenge, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Are there any Trump supporters even in here? Or should I do a quick restart? I can go on my main account again. My main account was unbanned about 5 minutes ago. Go to the main. Okay. All right. Electric Alshar, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Thank you so much. All right. I'm going to do a quick restart. I'm going to start on my main account, Diavatalks. Not 2.0, not 3.0, just Diavatalks. Just that's it. If you're not following it, go follow it. And look for me. I'm going to run to the restroom. So give me about 30 seconds and then I'll start back up on my main. Oh, Kim, let me get this real quick. Kimberly, thank you so much for the $3 Cash App. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right, I'm going to start back over on my main account. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'll start back up on my main. Just a second. All right. I got Dr. Phil right. I know that was crazy. We back. We back. All right. We on the main. Everybody's got all their subscriptions back. Yay! Welcome in. Everybody just keep on. I see those hearts are flying. Thank you so much. Welcome in. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request. Hello. If you're over there on YouTube or Twitch and want to call in to debate me, if your name is not Charlie, you can call in. If you vote for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on in. We should be hitting the For You page any second now, so just keep tapping if you would. Annie, if you're in here, thank you for the $2 Venmo. Love all you do, Annie. Thank you so much. That came in right when I was switching up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Not Charlie. Right? Hit the guest request if you voted for Donald Trump. Come on up. Come on in. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come up here and tell me what makes how any of this makes everything better. Come up and tell me. Tell me how any of this makes you great again. Mad Mike, I invited you up. Come up and talk to me. Come on, Mad Mike. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Tell me how any of this makes us right again. It makes us great again. Scaredy cat, scaredy cat. Scaredy cat, scaredy cat. I'm nice. I don't know why they're hey, get down. I don't know why they don't want to come up and talk to me. I'm so nice. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Hey, stop it. It is definitely cheese tax time. You heard Kitty too. Kitty's right here waiting for her piece. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Charlie's still calling me. Still. Repeatedly. Still calling. I heard Oracle's buying TikTok and they're building a whole US version, but I probably won't be using it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Right? He won't take no for an answer. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. If you're over on YouTube and Twitch, you can call in if you're a Trump voter and you want to debate me. If your name is not Charlie. Charlie's like stalker level at this point. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come up and tell me how any of this makes you great again. Anybody? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Trump is building a citizenship database. Hello, Schnauzy Germany. Nice to see ya. Oh, Alligator Alcatraz is open. Oh, yeah, it's been open. There's people there right now. Right? Or Alligator Auschwitz, as we should call it. Do you know why Trump voters don't want to call it a concentration camp? Like, there's a reason they don't want to call it a concentration camp. They would have to admit that they voted for the guy who started concentration camps. That's it. Because they would have to admit that they voted for the guy who started concentration camps. And they know that makes them bad people. And it makes them on the wrong side of history. Like, they know that. And they can't admit it to themselves because that's what they voted for. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Ricky, come talk to me. I don't know, Eduardo. I'm confused too. Which crimes get you deported and which crimes get you elected president? I mean, that it's not clear. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's chitty chat chat. Trump rules. Okay, Mike, tell me how he rules. There is a request button. It's a multi-guest button right next to the comment section. It's a pink and blue person right next to each other. That's how you request to join. Tired of getting ripped off and disrespected. What does that mean? What does that mean, KMG? You guys just say cryptic shit and then no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. Come up and explain. I'm hateful? I'm hateful. I'm not the one who's putting people in concentration camps. I'm not hateful. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I'm not hateful. All right, I'm just going to mute you. I invited you up, so if you don't want to come up here and explain yourself, you get muted in the comment section. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. There's a little multi-guest button. If you don't know how to request up because I don't have another box in here, just put me or Trump and I'll bring you up. We got our money back and illegals are going to stop disrespecting our people. How are they disrespecting your people? Okay, I'm going to invite you one more time, KMG. If you don't come up, you're just going to get booted. You're not going to come up here and say untruths and not come up and explain yourself. I'd say it's pretty disrespectful of us to be hunting people around the country and kidnapping them off the streets and then human trafficking them to different facilities. I think that's pretty fucking disrespectful of us. When they're just coming here to work and to provide for their families. Oh, it's definitely ethnic cleansing. They're talking about they only want to get rid of 65 million. Well, there's only 65 million Hispanic and Latino. This has nothing to do with them working. It has nothing to do with them being legal or illegal. It's just ethnic cleansing. If you want an entire group completely erased from the society, that's genocide and ethnic cleansing. Sorry. Sorry. You're on the wrong side of history, boo boo. Wrong side of history. And God will not save your soul. You will go to the depths of hell where you belong. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request, come on up. Daisy May, unless you can tell me who Molly Tibbetts is, shut the fuck up about Laken Riley. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right, Mike, I've invited you up as well, and you turned off your invite, so I'm going to mute you because you're not going to just run your mouth in my chat. We're here for conversation. He doesn't love you. Are you a Christian? What? They're just chirping, but refuse to come up and have a conversation because they're cowards. Just run it at the mouth or at the fingertips. They're too scared to use a big boy voice. Aunt Pack, did you vote for Trump?
No, I'm sorry. This is Aunt Diggity. I'm sorry. Mitra invited me up here. I had said to somebody, because they said they love Trump, and I said Trump doesn't love you. And I was asking them, are they a Christian?
Okay.
I didn't mean to come up.
No, it's okay. Thank you for explaining it. Oh, it's Aunt Diggity. I got you now.
All right. I had to change because somebody reported me. So.
Well, of course. Well, thank you, Aunt. Appreciate you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Hey, Adam. Oh, Jan wants to come up and talk about legal migrants. Well, come on up, Jan. Hi, Philip. It's almost like we fought an entire war defeating Schnazis. Why are we doing it again? But in our own country. Like, what is wrong with you? Did you have to go back to work? Aw, what does that mean? Pro 2A, Trump Vance, America First, fuck your feelings, pronouns. Oh, he's a joy. He must be so fun at parties. Must be a joy. Must be awful walking around with that much hate in your heart. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. You're a Zionist. Congratulations.
What?
Do you vote for Trump?
You read my bio out loud, so I can't have my own opinion.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
About to be 31, and I live in a city. Yes, a state.
I said what state? I don't care about your city. No one's going to try to find you.
Live in the South.
You guys act like it's so fucking like somebody's gonna come find you.
Well,
So
yeah,
stupid. So what is all that's happening right now? Like throwing people, hunting people down the streets, throwing them in concentration camps where they like surrounded by alligators and shit.
concentration.
How is that making you great again?
What concentration camp? Oh, wait.
Alligator Auschwitz. I'll wait.
Like a kid, Obama put kids in cages and put them in splice blankets back in 2000 whatnot.
Why did he separate children from the adults?
They got a better living now than they did what they
Why
did.
did he do that?
Why?
Why did Obama separate the children from the adults?
I didn't pay attention to that.
So why are you invoking his name then? Because what he did is he took children and separated them from the adults for their safety. These were unaccompanied minors. These were people these were children that didn't come with, they weren't sure with, they were unaccompanied minors. They weren't sure if the people that they're with were safe to be around them. So he separated them to protect them. It's very different than him going around the streets of the United States and snatching up brown people off the street and then putting them into concentration camps or sending them to El Salvador or Sudan or to any other facility. That's not what's happening. Okay. That's not what Obama did. What Trump is doing right now is inhumane. It's barbaric. It's Schnazi-esque. And you should be ashamed of yourself.
I was so giving them AC. That's snotty stuff. AC.
AC. Are you in Florida?
They got AC in a facility.
No.
What areas?
Yeah. No.
So damn sure ain't in the center of it. You were talking about a place ran off generators and extension.
Exactly. No running water. No electricity can get out there.
Who told you that?
So Lily, were you saying that what
Can I talk to one person?
I'm asking you a question.
And she's the only one talking, so answer her.
Go ahead, Jim.
What were you saying what Obama did was wrong?
Yeah, it was inhumane, right?
Okay, so if I agree with you, will you agree with me that what the administration is doing wrong?
You probably won't ever agree what Obama done, so there's that.
No, see, this is the problem with your guys' mentality. What is the reason you don't like immigrants? Let's talk about that.
Did I ever say I don't like immigrants?
Well, what's your argument then? I'm trying to understand. You're not.
I'm all for immigration, but you got to, understand you got a proper way to do it, but at the same time.
But he's picking up people at their court hearings. The people that are doing it the right way, he's still snatching them up.
Can I finish my thought?
No, you're lying. The legal way has nothing to do with it because he's snatching up people that are at their court hearings.
So are
If they get denied, why should they be let go?
So are you saying that the problem you have is the fact that they're coming over here illegally and you have a problem with that?
Did I say that?
No, I'm asking you a question. I know it's hard for you to follow and track.
No, I never said that.
But
I said I'm all for immigration, but guess what? If you overstay your visa, you should go.
Like Melania?
So Melania should go.
Did she ever overstay her visa?
Yes, she did. And then she dropped an anchor baby.
So his first wife should have been deported. So Elon Musk should be deported.
He over.
You see this? So this is the hypocrisy that
Elon Musk
I
became an
really.
American citizen in 2002.
Look, listen to me. This is the problem I have with Trump supporters is you have the audacity to call yourself patriots and to say that you're against things happening illegally and not even knowing the laws of our country and not knowing the people who actually broke the laws or continue to break the laws and then turning around and voting for a convicted felon, 34 count, sexual assaulted women, 26 different cases and prosecuted on a civil
Who else was I supposed to vote for? Tell me that.
She just answered you.
Well, the thing is, if I would have voted for third party, guess what? Y'all would have said I would have been giving my vote.
You'd have been an idiot, and you'd have been an idiot twice.
Correct.
Correct. But
But the thing is,
what she explained to you was what she explained to you was Kamala Harris's record. Okay? When it came down to actual resumes, y'all are the ones that said you don't want DEI hires, although you put one in office.
Correct.
Okay? Because he has no resume compared to her. None. Now, with that being said, that only leaves really one reason why you wouldn't vote for her. Really two. One, she's a woman, or two, she's black. Which is it?
Which is it?
Well, I mean, I don't care if she's black or a woman. I just think if I chose to vote for
I think you're lying to yourself.
I think you're 100% lying.
Why would I be lying to myself?
Who had the better resume?
Do what? Go ahead.
Who had the better resume? Y'all the ones all talking DEI hires. Who had the better resume?
On merit.
Come on here, like I said.
Her name is Kamala.
I said Harris. Don't put words in my mouth.
You said Kamala.
It's Kamala.
It's Kamala. So either say Kamala or just say Harris.
Don't y'all come on here and call Trump names all day, every day. So there's that. I mean, y'all call him the worst buffoon. I mean,
He is.
What's really, really gross to me is you are a grown man and you are literally up here trying to defend Trump, and you literally support the biggest bully on the planet who literally goes on. Stop talking over me. It is the rudest thing with you Trump supporters that you cannot keep your lips shut for 5 seconds. You literally support a man who bullies women, bullies children, bullies migrants, bullies Muslims, bullies the gay community,
Disabled.
bullies the trans community, bullies the disabled community, and you have the audacity to chastise us about talking about the corruption that is this party. You have no thing to stand on. And you know what makes it worse? You are the biggest coward. You're so afraid of everything that he's got you exactly where he wants you to be. You couldn't even tell us what state you're in. You thought it
because I
sounded
don't have
good
to
to say
tell you
that
what
you're
state I
from
live
the
in. I
South.
said I live in the South.
That's
It
the
doesn't
worst
matter.
part about it. The South will never rise again. You literally fight for the losing team every time. You are losing. As an American citizen right now, you are losing, and you're so cowardly.
What am I
You
losing?
can't even be proud of where you're from.
What am I losing? Tell me that.
Are you a parent?
What did I ask? I asked her specifically.
And I'm asking you a question. She's not answering you, so I'm going to ask you a question. Are you a parent?
Does it matter what I am?
I'll just move on.
I don't have to get my personal business. Sorry. What am I losing?
Your dignity.
Why did I get muted? I just asked.
Because you're not answering. You're not engaging in the conversation. So
For everybody else in here, this is the problem that we have with dealing with men like this. They are so ashamed of who they are, where they come from, and what they did, that they now will do anything to deny that they voted for a thrice married, twice divorced, married to 2 immigrants that broke the law. Why are you speaking? You're unable to control yourself. assaulter, is an abuser of power, is someone who defrauded the government, a tax evader. Even while he sat at the highest office of our country, he did not pay taxes, you guys. So these are the men, these white little men who have no backbone and are so afraid that they won't even tell you what state they live in because the boogeyman might want to get them. You're a shameful little man.
Hey, Val.
Yeah.
His bio says 1A and 2A.
Wow.
He's a 1A and 2A guy.
So what's the first part of the First Amendment? Since you put it in your bio, what's the very first part of the First Amendment called?
What is it? Does it offend you that what's in my bio?
Yeah, because I hate people that use constitutional rights that the president that they're supporting is breaking right now.
Exactly.
As a bio point. Now, and say they're a supporter of it. That's even worse. So, sir, what is the first part of the First Amendment called?
I'll have to listen to y'all.
Education tough for you where you're from?
Huh?
Education tough for you where you're from?
Now we won't have to bring the color of my skin involved. And ain't you white too, host?
He is in the South. He is in the South. They're about not part of.
Hold on a minute. What did I say about race?
This is what the host has got on her back.
What did I say about race?
I'm just confronting what the host said. I mean,
I am too.
Shit about race.
I'm as white as snow, dude.
You're not going to spin from it. What is the first part of the First Amendment called, or take it off your fucking bio because you don't know.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do. You're trying to control my hair.
You know what? I can sit here and tell you all day.
Well, do it.
Because people like you that is stupid. That represents that you don't even know what the very first part of the First Amendment is called and claim you're a 1A supporter. There's stupidity, literally.
Do you want me to read it to you, Ligma?
Go ahead, Cupcake.
Get the fuck off my live.
Exactly.
And she's a muffin.
Don't call me no damn cupcake. I'm a muffin. I'm a yummy muffin. I'm like a little fun-sized Snicker bar. I'm only 5'1", so I'm only 5'1". That's why I say a fun size because I'm short. Doreen, did you vote for Trump? I'm guessing that's a tapping error. It's the misogyny. Cupcake. Fuck you. Are you a proud American? No. I'm not proud of anything that our government's doing. I love my country. I'm ashamed of our president.
Why do they always talk like we have marbles in their mouth?
Of course he followed young girls. Oh, I like the octopus. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on out. Are you MAGA yet? Is your God going to come to defend this mess?
Somebody said, you can't tell me what to do. I'm like, shit, dude, you're in our house. Are you fucking kidding right now?
They are strange.
Well, for the 825 other people, Diava, why don't you explain what the First Amendment is? Because this is an education channel.
Yes, the First Amendment, and what Val was trying to get him to say was the Establishment Clause.
Yeah, the very first part of the First Amendment is referred to as Establishment Clause. It establishes that there shall be
no establishment of religion
within government and no government within religion. That's really what it is in short form. He's already broken that. Okay, then you have the freedom of speech. Okay, the only thing freedom of speech protects you from is the government. Doesn't protect you from me. Doesn't protect you from Jim. Doesn't protect you from Diava. Doesn't protect you from anybody else. Doesn't protect you from your employer. Doesn't protect you on an app with terms of condition.
No.
Okay, these are things things that people don't understand. Next part's freedom of the press. Well, we know he's already broken that because he's going after press.
He's going after him hard.
Write bad stories about it. That's the government going after the First Amendment. And then the last part is your right to assemble and regress the government. That's
Protesting. Yeah.
Okay? And if you don't understand that he's broke every part of the First Amendment by going after protesters the way he has, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? 2A. This is the only man with this bump stock man that's actually broken 2A. And this is the only, and that's really the minor one. The biggest one's when he keeps saying, and he's had a vice president tell him, and several other people tell him, that he wants to just take the pew-pews without due process.
Due process it later.
Yeah, we'll do due process later. That's not how that works.
Welfare queens will say anything to their cult leaders tell them to. Welfare queen. What does that mean? MCAP, come up and explain, please. I invited you up. Oh, that's what I was trying to figure out what he's talking about. Send it again. Okay. Hold on. I'm sending you a request. There we go. Wait, who is our leader? Who's our cult leader? Like, oh, don't know what's happening. Why did he come up? I sent him another. It just blinks. Are you on a? You have to. If you're on a computer, you can't come up. You have to be on a cell phone. Trump is our supreme leader. Ew. What's wrong with these people?
Oh, that's the talking points of the very people that they want us to hate, right? Isn't that what they call the leader in Iran?
Yeah, the supreme leader.
I mean, it's just so fascinating to me that the very people that they created, which is Al Qaeda and ISIS, which was created after we took out Saddam Hussein, and they don't even understand that the U.S. has a responsibility, a hand in that. That the reason that Al Qaeda and ISIS was even created was because of the crap we did with the WMD bullshit. And why did that start again? Does anybody remember? Oh yeah, it was Israel. It was Israel that claimed that they had weapons of mass destruction.
Correct.
And so we went in and we took out a secular leader, which then created the Sunni and the Shiite fight for the region, making it a religious issue. And the fact that people don't even comprehend that we are responsible for Al Qaeda and the ISIS being created and the war of religiosity and the Muslim faith being attacked instead of the people that were literally dangerous. Now we in the United States literally are mimicking the very people that they said they hated.
That's what I was going to say. I said MAGA to me is what I call hillbilly ISIS, Al Qaeda, because it's all religious extremism.
Exactly. And so we're harming women, we're harming children, we're taking away voices and rights, or then literally these guys are riding around in trucks with flags flying, holding their weapons of mass destruction themselves, claiming to be patriots, when you're nothing more than cowards. Tiny little maggots that need to be nothing but left on a lid of a garbage can.
Yep, they are Talibangelicals. Justin, thank you for the $3 Venmo. He was talking with marbles in his mouth because he believes it makes him sound like an alpha male. Same reason why they eat raw meat and own a pickup truck and don't do any truck things with it. Also, doesn't wash his behind because he's afraid of being labeled LGBTQ. Justin, yours every day make me laugh harder than anybody else's. They're so good. Thank you, Justin.
Can anyone in here tell me who created welfare?
Wasn't it after the Great Depression?
It certainly was. And do you know why it was created?
Because people that were, it was for women, wasn't it?
Predominantly, it was women who were left behind, but it was also families
Right.
that had been impacted by losing all of their jobs, all of their benefits. And so the federal government, FDR, stepped in and said, we need to take care of the American people. So they created what is known as welfare with one L, which really was spelled welfare with two L's originally, to keep the American people well and so that they could fare into the future. The stupidity of the American people is beyond comprehension at this point because they did not even know why welfare was committed. And in the 1950s and the 1960s, when so many women were literally being left behind,
Right.
the American white males who were literally cheating on their wives and abusing their responsibilities, and women who did not have higher education, could not go to school,
Couldn't own a house.
could not own a house, did not have access to credit until 1974, ladies. You could not have a credit card or own anything until 1974. This is what they're trying to do. And just so you know, Social Security, when it was started, was for every time somebody retired, it was a 15-to-1 ratio. For every 15 Americans that paid into the system, there was one recipient. Now it is a 3-to-1 ratio because of the Republican Party, who has literally stolen from Social Security, and Congress does not pay in to Social Security.
Well, that goes even further than that. It's because we don't give tax breaks to companies that actually do the right things, like give pensions.
Right.
Like we used to.
Like they used to. Yep.
Thank you for adding to that.
That's true.
It makes me so mad at how dumb we are as a country. You can't spout off about being a patriot and not knowing what your civic duties are. You can't spout about being a patriot while harming your fellow Americans. And even though the three of us are up here and we get into it with MAGA every day, we're still fighting for you to have the same civil rights that we do. We're fighting that you have human rights and health care. We're fighting for your daughters, your children to have education. You're just too stupid to recognize it.
Nikki, go ahead and hit the guest request and come on up. Or you're going to get muted from the comment section. You're just spewing stuff and you have your invites off.
Damn, Jim, it almost sounds like you're describing Americans first.
Yeah,
Funny.
I know, right?
You know what's really funny is Shirley just said Trump says he hates 45 million of his own citizens. And that's exactly the point I'm trying to make.
Yep.
Shirley, there is way more than 45 million Democrats in this country because there's 340 million of us. Please don't put numbers unless you know what they are.
Yes, we can all see Val. His box is right under Jim. Scroll out and come back if you don't see the box. I had to do that earlier on RJ's live.
And Val should always be under Jim. And see how everybody else thought that was an insult, but you got it?
I was laughing. I'm like, yep. Right, Notorious B.I.G. on YouTube says, he's such a macho man, he wouldn't say what state he lived in, LOL.
That's the thing that got me the most. They're so afraid. They bought into this.
They're scared of immigrants. They're scared of LGBTQ. They're scared of everything. So you're right. They're just scared.
They're terrified. If you had to write a story about the mouse and the cat, they'd be the freaking mouse every time, hiding in holes. They're terrified. We would be the cats, batting them around all over the place before we ate them up. Meow. Meow.
I'm just trying to figure out why everybody's still mad. I'm okay not doing all the work. It's all good.
Oh my God, Val. Yeehaw! But they're the alpha male. They'll never admit it. I'm the alpha male. I'm the alpha male. Yeah, sure. But you're scared of everything. Migrants are coming to take your jobs and harm your kids and take your wives, and oh my God, LGBTQ people are coming to groom your kids. Just fear mongering. That's all the GOP and all Trump does is fearmonger. It works because you got people in fear, they can't critically think. My subscribers in here, put the alpha male sticker up. I'm an alpha male.
You wouldn't know what alpha male meant.
There it is. Alpha male.
I'm not gonna lie, that was funny. I only have one problem. You should have one little tiny hair sticking up in the back.
It looks like, well, because it reminded me of alfalfa. And
I thought of what was that? Oh, what was that magazine with the guy with the little gap tooth and he was redheaded?
Magazine. It was Mad Magazine.
Mad.
Mad, yes. My word, I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that was the creepiest magazine ever. That kid was so. Oh.
Wes, thank you for the $2 Venmo for a $2 challenge. Wes is challenging everybody to send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo, spelled Diavatalks, just like my name up there, to help support my live. So thank you, Wes, for the $2 challenge. Also, my main account got permanently yeeted for no effing reason last night without warning, so maybe I can get a follow in this account. Okay. All right, Wes. Sorry your main account got yeeted. That sucks. But Diavatalks, I'll put it on the little yellow banner here. If you want to participate in the $2 challenge, I sure would appreciate it. Alfred E. Newman. That's right. That's what it is.
Oh, Vegas night. Why don't the Dems just sit back and hush? Just let Trump fix the country. Probably because since Trump has been in office the first time, it went into the toilet. And now that he's in office again, and let me just remind people, on day one of the big, beautiful, ridiculous bill, there was a tragedy that struck, and they were unprepared in Texas. And the governor of Texas was nowhere to be found.
Nope.
And so you just don't seem to comprehend that the Republican Party is not only incapable of leading, they have literally run their states into the ground, their cities into the ground. And every time a Republican president is in office, the economy goes to shit and the country falls apart. What part don't you understand?
He's probably going to be another one that tells us that he loves the First Amendment as well.
Probably. Just real quick before I get in there, just so I don't have to interrupt. Ronzi, thank you for the $5 for love. Thank you. Deborah, thank you for the $10 for the $2 challenge, and we appreciate you, Queen. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the support so much. Your favorite Republican, Jesus Christ. Did you vote? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
How old are you, and what state did you vote in?
28, Iowa.
Iowa. I don't know if I've ever talked to anybody from Iowa. What did you want to add to the conversation, sir?
You're about to find out why.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty simple. Your background piqued my interest.
Okay.
That sounds interesting. A little bit of a stretch, but
How is that a stretch? When he was campaigning prior to this election, they asked him, do you have your health insurance plan? Because remember his first term, he said he'd have it in 2 weeks for the biggest, best, replace the ACA with the biggest and best healthcare plan we've ever had in 2 weeks. And from his campaign last time in 2015 until now in 2025, he's had 10 years to come up with a plan. And he said, I have concepts of a plan. So he still has no plan, and then passes this big, beautiful bill the other day, kicking millions of people off of their health care. How is this a stretch?
because we're still spending a ton of money on people to have health care. It's really the only people kicked off is able-bodied adults without any
Determines able-bodied.
Who determines if they're able-bodied?
the government. Of course, the government.
Disability does, right? The disability determination determines if they're able-bodied or not, correct? Because if they're able-bodied, they don't get disability.
Right. Does able-bodied
do you mean by mental challenges?
People that have mental disabilities that can't walk.
It does in the VA. I don't know. In the VA, if you have a mental disability, you get like 50%
Disability rating, so I would assume the federal government's different, but maybe they treat veterans better.
Oh, maybe they treat veterans better. You mean like getting rid of
The biggest socialized medicine in the world.
What's that? I mean, why are you going after Medicaid people? What is the fraud rate in Medicaid, sir?
No, I mean, but you're asking me.
It's less than 1%.
Yeah, I know it's not right. Nobody
It's
said
less than 1% of 1% is the fraud rate in Medicaid.
Why are you telling me that?
Why did you go after Medicaid?
I never said it was the fraud. I don't know why you're.
Well, your favorite. There's no reason because okay. You're saying we waste too much money on able-bodied people. You're not able-bodied if you have disability. If you've been determined by the Social Security Administration to be disabled, that means you can't work. And it's a very lengthy process. I just went through it for my son who has autism. And because he's a child, so I want it to be in place for when he gets older.
Would there have been doctors?
He had to have 4 evaluations. He had to go to an occupational therapist, a psychiatrist. His regular therapist had to send in a letter. I had to put in an application, and it took a year and a half. It's not something that's easy that just able-bodied people could go in and be like, hey, yo, I don't want to work. Can I get disability?
And then also with Medicaid, specifically, so do you think people receive Medicaid checks?
No.
No, I hope not. That'd be terrible.
What do they get Medicaid for?
Yeah, just like it's a really good form of healthcare. It's better than most private. In my opinion, I think it's better than most private.
No, I'm not going to agree with that.
No.
It's had its problems with pay. It's
No.
had its problems with different things and different things across the way. It's been slow paying doctors and hospitals.
It's low reimbursement rate. So there's a lot of hold on. There's a very low reimbursement rate. So a lot of providers do not even accept Medicaid because it doesn't pay enough. It's not better.
They say it works really well.
Have you ever been on it?
No.
Okay, my son who's on disability just got granted Medicaid a couple months ago.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, well, what do you mean congrats? What are you going to say he's able-bodied now?
It's a huge relief off your back.
Excuse me?
It's a huge relief off your back.
What about the 16 million people that are on?
I'm not against like people having Medicaid. I'm just saying.
Why did you vote for that?
I'm saying if you're on government assistance,
Why
you're able to.
you vote for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. If you're on Medicaid, then I think that you should contribute to the society in the form of 80 hours a month, whether it's voluntary or.
What if you're disabled? That's what you're not getting.
There's avenues to go about that. Like,
No, there's not.
they have a real disability. You can go to Medicaid office and tell them like this is what my doctor said. My doctor said I can't.
They've already been determined to be disabled.
Go through that process.
They've already been determined to be disabled. They don't have to then go prove they can't work 20 hours a week. They've already been determined by disability that they are not able to hold a regular job.
Okay, then this doesn't apply to them.
It does.
Okay, you just told me that this.
No, sir.
Oh my God.
This extraordinary individual with disability
for a reason. I asked you the mental question for a reason because it is not covered. So people with mental disabilities that may be able-bodied as far as physically, but they can't work in an environment or work with people or do things like most people can. They are disabled mentally.
and they've been disabled
It's
for a
not
while.
covered.
Yes.
Then I don't think that it should apply.
But it will. Who are you? Okay, the problem is, dude, is that you don't understand. You don't understand what this is going to do to people.
You're the first person that I've seen even mention this, and I've been pretty.
You're a liar. Absolute liar.
I'm serious.
Absolute liar. Sir, absolute
Why would I?
liar. Sir,
I'm telling you that if this is the case, I'll look into it. But I don't think
liar,
I think that
liar,
if someone,
absolute liar,
I think that if someone is
liar,
be disabled, then this doesn't apply to them.
liar.
Where does it say that in the bill? Go show me the part of the bill where it says that if as long as they have a disability, that they're exempt.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if it doesn't say that, then that's not part of it. You can't just because your favorite Republican says it doesn't make it true.
Well, no, that's.
I'm saying I'm not taking what you guys are
Republicans stood against this bill, sir. How many Republicans in the Senate stood against this bill, and what did they say?
I'm sorry. What was that?
How many Republicans in the Senate stood against this bill, and what did they say?
How many Republicans stood against this bill?
Yeah,
I think only a handful.
it was 3, and they all said the same thing. What Tillis said? An actual MAGA Republican. What did he say?
Yeah, I could look into it. I can't quote what he said.
What did the Congressional Budget Office say? Do you know what they said?
Okay. Do you guys understand my position here?
No.
Okay. Then that's why we have such a disagreement.
No, sir. Your position is you voted for this.
Okay.
Do you understand that people that
You
work?
guys care to understand my position?
Okay, just one moment, please. You do understand that people that work full time, people that work at Walmart, have Medicaid and food assistance because they don't get paid a living wage. We are basically subsidizing Walmart because Walmart doesn't want to pay living wages, so they make so little of income that they qualify for these programs just because Walmart doesn't want to pay higher wages. They're already working. A lot of people are already working.
Oh, and we subsidize Walmart.
We also subsidized Tesla and Starlink, SpaceX. We subsidized all of those.
Amazon.
Are you running?
Somebody in the comment section said that people that had disabilities do not get Medicaid. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Adults with disabilities get Medicaid.
My son got it.
And pregnant women get Medicaid. Children get Medicaid.
Yep.
Based on what Diava just said, that it's corporate welfare, yes. That corporations that are not willing to pay livable wages, people have to apply for assistance, just like they apply for food assistance. And that's exactly what federal taxes are supposed to be for. They are supposed to be for American citizens to have access to care because we, the American people, pay taxes. And the taxes are supposed to be for the supplementation of need, for the greater good, and for the federal military budget that is so large that we could feed every child in this country. We could provide health care to every American in this country, but we fail to do so because we're too busy with our heads up our ass thinking that we have to give tax breaks to the richest Americans so they can buy another yacht or another car or another house.
Exactly.
I don't know what's happened to the collective mindset of especially white males in this country under the age of 30. But those of you who don't seem to comprehend that your body will never keep you going. There's going to be some time in your life that a car accident or a work injury or bending over to pick up a kid's toy and your back goes out, that you're probably going to need some sort of NDI or assistance that you paid into. And when you get there and it's not available because you voted for this administration to take it all away from you, that's when you're going to recognize it. And people like you who are 28 and arrogant are going to find out the hard way.
Yeah, thanks for the personal attack, but that's fine. So I'm looking into this, and it's saying that
attack. We're all listening to you. I didn't personally attack you. I said you're arrogant.
Yeah, it's fine. So
You're arrogant. No, it's not fine. You don't even understand what I just said to you. You're just willing. You're wanting to respond. I'm telling you to receive it. Your arrogance is going to be your downfall.
Okay, you guys are angry. I'm just trying to talk about the bill here. So I looked into it, and it says that
Stop chewing whatever it is you're doing. Stop.
the Social Security Administration or the SNAP, the SNAP office will determine if your mental disability is work limiting or not, and if your
That's food stamps.
That's
not
food
Medicaid.
stamps. That's not
Different
Medicaid.
Social Security Administration office, SNAP office, they will all be the ones that they have psychiatrists and people on.
No, they don't. Where did you read this? Wait, stop. Where did you read this? Are you making this up straight out of your ass, or where are you reading this?
You go to Google and say how.
No, I didn't say Google. No, I said the bill. I said where in the bill?
But if we're searching,
In the bill.
if we're searching for objective.
In the bill.
Yeah, I want to know these psychologists that work for Medicaid and SNAP.
What the fuck? You don't have psychiatrists that work at fucking SNAP?
Sorry, maybe not. We're out of your damn mind, sir. Medicaid, SNAP, and any time that's needed to be determined physical or mental incapability is always done by doctors. They don't work for SNAP or Medicaid. Correct. Sorry, maybe they don't work for SNAP. Sometimes some buildings looks like they actually have them, but most don't. So, but my point here is
You have no point.
a professional psychiatrist will determine if your mental disorder is.
It's already been determined by the disability office, which is why they got disability to begin with.
And if the mental disability is.
Oh my fucking God. I can't. You have no idea what you're talking about.
The CBO, sir, hold on, sir. The CBO, which is a group of experts.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, they went through this bill line item by line item and said what would actually happen. And I will trust the CBO because the truth of the matter is most everything they've said about every bill over the course of history has come actually fairly close to true. And the CBO says 16 million people will be knocked off of Medicaid. Right. That's what they are saying, sir. That SNAP is food assistance for children in most cases.
And elderly. And Medicaid being taken away from elder nurses to be in an assisted living facility or a nursing home. The only thing that pays for them to be in a nursing home is Medicare and Medicaid. If they lose their Medicaid, all of these people are going to be kicked out of nursing homes or assisted living facilities if their families can't afford to keep them in there at $8,000 to $10,000 a month charges.
Yeah, like I understand why you guys are pissed off, but I really think
It's not. It's inhumane.
You're so dumb.
There it is.
You're dumb. But every time you open your mouth, you say something that's dumber than the last thing you just said. Nobody's
I don't know why
angry.
you're mad at me. I'm just trying to.
Nobody's angry at you. You're arrogant and you're dumb. It's your generation. You don't want to know what's really happening. You just want to argue. And the truth of the matter is you come with zero facts, zero statistics, and zero data. There is currently 71 million Americans on Medicaid right now. They have had to apply for it, been denied for it. Apply for it, been denied for it. They have to reapply every 6 months. You guys are so dumb and so arrogant, you fail to comprehend what it takes to even get the aid that they paid into. In addition to that, if you have a severe mental health disability and you apply for SSI, on average, it takes 9 months to get approved, with 3 denials prior to ever getting approved, and you've had to have multiple mental health breakdowns before you even receive it. So please, miss me with the anger. You're just too stupid to comprehend you're harming fellow Americans.
Hey, I'm here to listen to you if you want to get it out. But once again, I'm just trying to talk about the bill.
What about this? Go fuck yourself.
All right, there you go.
I can't deal with that much stupid. I mean, it's ridiculous to understand. So the CEO also said we'll lose over 400 hospitals in this country. We'll lose doctors in small regions. In other words, areas that don't have a lot of people and can't get travel. We will have healthcare deserts in this country.
Correct.
Okay, these are the things that are going to be put forth. And it will be an event, so you know. It will be an event that actually lowers, yet again, under one of his administrations, the life expectancy.
The life expectancy of Americans. Yep. Hey, WJ.
Hey,
how much it takes to fund Medicaid from the system? Like, how much roughly does it take to fund?
This is also the misnomer, right? People think that it's just a one-time thing. Medicaid and Social Security and all of those benefits are what we as Americans put into it every single month that we get paid. You see what I'm saying? It's not just one type of number. It's what each of the states are paying into the system. So for every person who's employed, who are paying into Social Security, who are paying into NDI, who are paying into any of those programs, right, that they like to call entitlements, we are entitled to them because we, the American people,
Have paid for them.
And so this idea that somehow the American people that paid into it are now robbing the system when they're literally giving tax breaks to people who didn't pay into the system, that's the robbery. That's the confusion. It's our money. We paid for it. We are paying the members of Congress to do a job, and half the time they're not even in there taking a vote.
Nope.
They're not even listening to the other side of the aisle. We're not talking about that anymore, and they get full medical, full dental for their entire family. They get paid vacations, weeks off at a time, and they don't even have to show up for work half the time. But God forbid we talk about giving maternal care to women who are pregnant or giving paternity care to men so they can support their families and give the wives the need that they have, they need. We don't talk about that. But you have these 28-year-olds who come up here with total arrogance and oblivious of the law, have barely worked the system, let alone 10 years if you're 28. And that's assuming you took a job at 18, because most of them come off of their mother's teat out of college. And the truth of the matter is, we have got to stop giving them the ability to spout off bullshit on these apps and not come with any facts. It takes literally 9 months for any person to get approved for SSI benefits, and most of them are so severely disabled or physically disabled that somebody else has to go with them. So you're taking that person out of their job also to help a family member that needs the care. That's what we're talking about. And only those of us like Diva or myself or people who have literally had family members that have been so sick or so unable to do it on their own, or minor children, that we have had to fight for our family members to get the care that they paid into prior to their illness. And I just don't want people to stick to one number. It is what gets paid into every month. And I will tell you this, and this is from my heart. If you think we were bad before, you wait until we no longer have the money that was paid into by the hard-working migrants of this country.
Correct.
Who paid into systems that they didn't even get to use, to the tune of $98 billion a year.
Yeah. It's, it's just, it blows my mind, because I am one of those people that make under $35,000, that make too much for Medicaid, but can't afford, an ACA payment. I have no medical. I have to have surgery, and I have high blood pressure and a heart condition. So, like Thursday, I went in the hospital for my heart condition. My ambulance bill and my DR bill is going to be paid out of pocket, and that's going to run me roughly about $10,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing I'm confused about. Why couldn't you do the silver plan or the plan that doesn't base it on income? Because my son was unemployed for 2 years during COVID. He was literally working for a company, a major brick and mortar store chain, for 11 years. From the time he was 19, he was fired with no profits at all. He should have sued up, but he didn't. So he was unemployed. He ended up having major surgery, and I'm going to tell you right now, Obamacare saved him.
Yep.
It literally paid for every single of his surgery.
So Proletariat, he's on other people's lives. He said that I need to contact my local DHS office and get a letter from them stating that I was denied Medicaid, and that would prove to the ACA that she does, because I work for Target temporarily because our store's under a remodel, so I'm technically like a seasonal employee, and I do that going in. And my goal is to be there because their benefit package is really good. Say what you want about Target. I know we're supposed to be boycotting them, but I got to do what I got to do. Don't come down on me. So I just need a release letter like from DHS saying that she applied for Medicaid because she's over the bracket of Michigan, and then that I can put that in the ACA, that it proves that I don't have health insurance through my work and I don't have I'm not eligible for Medicaid. So that would give me the subsidy discounts or credits or whatever you want to call them, and hopefully I can get that lower price. So,
Well,
Michigan's
not to add more insult to injury, but he's trying to cut the ACA.
He's cutting the ACA with this bill too.
Yeah, this Republican part, not he. I want to make sure, because I'm the one who says this all the time, so I'm going to stay on my soapbox. It's the entire Republican Party that is cutting the ACA. It is the entire Republican Party that is cutting Medicaid. It is the entire Republican Party that is taking away SNAP benefits from children and elderly. So when we talk about this, it's not just Trump. It's the entire Republican Party who forgot that they don't work for Trump. They work for the American people. So if you are not fighting every single day against whoever is in office in your state and demanding answers, you're part of letting them get away with this because they were a co-equal branch of government and they allowed it. They could have stopped this from happening. They allowed it. So you better be ready at the midterms, people, next year to vote every single Republican out of office and take our country back for the American people.
So do you honestly think that we're like, I live on hope. I live on, I'm not going to let the fear rule my days and things like that. But a lot of people are just saying, are we even going to have a midterm? Is he even going to allow a midterm? Is he going to do something to have us not vote?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't have a midterm, we're going to have a CW.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's full stop. There's no other way to pussyfoot around it.
Yep.
Is that the American people are tired. And if you think at this point next year that Republicans are not going to be impacted by what is happening, what just happened in Texas is going to be happening all over this country.
Yep.
There's going to be tornadoes. There's going to be earthquakes. There's going to be
hurricanes.
Fires, there's going to be thunderstorms. There's going to be collapses. There's going to be accidents of major catastrophes. And they are going to get tired of this government not showing up. And can somebody please tell me what a letter written for disaster relief is? Because the last time I checked, it was called fucking FEMA.
All I know is that Abbott put out a declaration today to call it a day of prayer.
Oh my lord.
There was a clip of Christine Nolan saying that Trump approved some federal disaster thing. I'm like, okay.
There is no federal disaster program. They gutted FEMA.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, so what is he just going to cut out of the check? But
He's going to lie like he did to North Carolina, where he said he was going to give him $25 million of his own personal money and all this garbage. And he never did. I'm sorry, that was Georgia, I believe. And he never did. So they're just lying. I mean, that's all they do is lie.
But Bobby Cole in Texas, he's running for governor. And I looked, I Googled him, and he has his,
agenda, platform.
Yeah. People need to go check out Bobby Cole.
Who's Bobby? Is that the former Border Patrol guy?
He's a farmer.
He's a farmer.
In Texas.
Big time Democrat. And he is, I got to do some more research on him, but from what I'm seeing, he could give Abbott, he's done. He's done with the Texas regime.
Yeah, but Abbott throws out ballots and I mean, they do illegal shit. So I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but they don't do it fair.
Yeah, he's a farmer and a firefighter. So, but I mean, like I said, I give the Republicans and the MAGA credit where they're messaging and, they stand, once they like a candidate, they stand behind them. We as Democrats have to start kind of taking some of their playbook and play dirty. Our days of well, we're on the right side of history. No, fuck that.
I don't disagree.
F that. You want to play dirty? We'll play dirty.
They threw out the rule book a long time ago.
Yeah, Obama came out and said it in his democracy at the latest speech. He said, "Look, when the other side brings down the checks and the balances and everything out like this, it's time to stand up.
Yep.
Get up off your butt and do something." Because, like Jen said, if we just sit back and go, "Well, I have hope and I think everything will work out," no, we did that in 2024 and look at where it got us.
Yep.
I was in a live yesterday with Levi, and somebody kept saying that there's infighting on the left, right? And I was talking about it doesn't matter whether you call yourself a progressive or a liberal or a centrist or a moderate or whatever. If you don't start messaging the right way and saying we're all fighting for democracy and we're fighting for Democrats to get into office, because the only way we can progress the nation forward is if we vote blue and see it through. That's what we need to do. Vote blue and see it through. That's when you get the people in office, and then you start progressing the nation forward. If you want a third party stuff, you better be doing that at the lowest levels of building from the ground up.
Correct.
Because other than that, you better be a Democrat and you better support this party. Because if you don't, you're going to have a repeat of what we're witnessing now. That was first off. And then she kept saying how, she does everything by love and love, 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 love. Well, guess what? There are a lot of emotions in our body for a reason. If our dog dies, we don't think of just the love. We think of the grief. We think of the sadness. We think of all the things we should have, would have, could have done, right? So start using your different emotions for the right reasons. Anger is a secondary emotion that protects us and puts up a wall and allows us to fight against all the other stuff. So use your anger with the power of discernment to make the right judgment calls to support the American people and progress the nation forward. I would never use my idea of love to stop a domestic violence perpetrator in my life and think that my love was going to stop him from punching me in the face. So stop using love with domestic terrorists that are going to harm your entire country. Stand up and use the anger that God gave you and the power of judgment to recognize that people are harming you right here on American soil.
Yep.
And it's our Americans that are harming us.
Sure is.
It's not a group that came in here. It's the Americans themselves, the group of Americans that come up here and every day and say, Trump is your daddy, or he's great, or he's doing this, and this is what I voted for. Well, guess what, people? All you MAGA, I hope you feel every bit of your vote.
Thank you, WJ. I'm going to drop you down. I got a bunch of people waiting, but thank you so much. I really appreciate what you had to say. It was very important.
Love you guys.
Love you back. Thank you so much. And Mark, thank you for the $5 Cash App. And Lee, thank you for the $10 Venmo. Let me read that for you real quick. For the $2 challenge plus extra for those who aren't able to. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Jordan. So Jordan. Okay, sorry. Are you a Trump or Harris voter?
I'm a Harris voter. I just want to say two things real quick, and you can drop me.
No, it's okay. It's friendly time. I'm bringing up anybody right now, so you're good.
Okay. Number one, I want to say that you're live. Y'all are great. I'm sitting here listening to y'all and the passion that you have,
Thank you.
And all of the people that you guys bring up. They are absolutely stupid, by the way. But you guys are very informative, and I wish more people could listen to you live because y'all know what the hell you're talking about.
Thank you.
And I just want one question, and this may be something for another time, but I really would like maybe for you to maybe house this question to all of MAGA and all of America. Like, what have we done as a black race to make most white people hate us so much? I work every day.
I don't know.
I'm educated. I'm a regional manager. I go to work every day. I treat everybody well. I don't treat anybody bad at all. Some people deserve it, even though they deserve it. I don't treat them bad. And just nice to everybody. And most of my family and all
You've done
That
nothing.
makes people hate us so much.
Or the people that hate you are because of your second part of your answer.
Correct. Because you're successful. Because you, Oh.
Education.
educated. That's right. You're smarter than them.
I want to just tell you that I don't hate you.
No.
I love you. I embrace you. I support you. I have your back 100%. And I will fight any low-life white person on the planet who thinks that they're better than you. I will take him down at the knees every single time.
Every
I
time.
will have your back. I will stand beside you. I will stand in front of you if I have to. But I will stand every single day. I am no ally. I am in the fight with you.
We're accomplices.
Every single day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I was just wondering, we had a benefit about a couple of weeks ago, and, mostly it was this young kid in our community that passed away, had kidney failure, whatever. And we do a benefit every year. This was the sixth year of us doing this, okay? And we did not discriminate. We had one Afro-American and we had one Caucasian that needed a transplant, and we raised like huge money for them. And in this event that we had, I mean, everybody was like loving everybody, and I don't understand why we can't do this as a society. These people that come on your lives or whatever, they know Trump is a piece of shit. They know it. You know
I agree.
What I'm saying? And a lot of these lives that they come on, they have been fed bullshit from birth. You know what I'm saying? That
Yes.
they put in their head. They make no sense whatsoever freaking ever. And I don't really think a lot of times they believe the stuff. They're just saying whatever Trump said. If you listen to him talk, it's just the same bullshit that Trump tells them.
Yep.
And Trump and his friends are just getting richer and richer, and they're willing to step on the floor.
Yep.
Just to listen to this dumb bastard. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
They actually do. Well, that's something that needs to be understood. They actually do.
They actually do.
Okay, and the reason I say that is because you brought up earlier, we talked about education. That's the reason I said education. That is what they're afraid of most. That's their fear. But justifies a lazy mind.
Correct. And Jordan, I don't know how long you've been listening to me, but my whole family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my estranged husband, my in-laws are all MAGA. And they believe this. They believe this stuff. And the second part of that is that what's actually happening in this country, they're not talking about it on Fox News or OAN or their news stations. So they do not believe when I tell them, even my own family, when I tell them what's actually going on, they don't believe it. They believe what they hear on Fox News. They believe the talking heads. They believe KKK Caroline Levitt, the spokesperson. They believe exactly. Talking to my family is like talking to MAGA.
Right.
They have bought it hook, line, and sinker. They actually believe it.
Well, I have.
It's sad.
I supervise like 27 guys, and I have some blaggers on my team.
Oh boy.
Whatever you want to call
Yep.
them. And look, and this is the thing. And I asked them. They were like, well, what is Trump doing? Oh, he shut down the border or whatever. I said, well, if he shut down the border, everybody should be happy. Everything should be good in the world. And on top of that, and I asked them one question. I said, show me where the border is. They don't even know where the border is.
Mm-mm.
They have no idea as far as where the border, what direction to point you to the border. They talk about transgenders or whatever in women's sports or whatever.
That's all they always go to.
And I asked them to name one or two. They don't even watch sports.
Nope.
So I don't get it. You see what I'm saying? I don't get it.
They're outraged because Trump is outraged. That's it.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
They hate
Maybe one of the transgenders or something turned him down sometime in life or something, and he got something against him. I don't know, but it just makes no sense whatsoever, you know. And I just, and I'm like you. It's time for us to get angry to make a difference. You know, we can't sit here and be passive. Oh, we're on the right side of history and all this. Like I said, it's time for us to actually get out of here and fight now. Because it's that time.
I agree, and I just want to let you know, Jordan, that I'm with Jim. I'm and same and Val's the same. We're not allies for LGBTQ and people of color. We are accomplices. We are in the trenches. We are in there with you. We're speaking up, protecting, advocating, whatever we possibly can do, because you have done nothing wrong except simply exist.
Yeah, that's true.
And that is not your fault. It's not your fault that you exist, but it's also not your fault that these people are raised with hatred and bigotry and racism from birth. Racism is taught.
Yes, I believe that.
So,
One of the things that I often talk to my kids about, because my son was leaving for a trip to Vegas and they had to go through a very white supremacist area to get there. And he had just had his hair braided, and I said, do me a favor and wear your hat through that area. Don't get out of the car, don't do anything. And he's 35, and I haven't had to have this talk in a long time with him about safety while driving, right? And even talking to you right now, the emotion that comes up, because when you're driving in this country and you're brown and black and you're male or female, and you have to worry about certain sections of town and certain sections of states and certain places, right?
Yes.
Even reminding them, make sure you use your blinker, make sure you don't change lanes in this certain area of highway because it's dangerous. Having those conversations now, and he's 35, right? And he's leaving with his girlfriend who's Latina and her family. And for the first time in I don't know how long, they got to their destination, and he wrote and he said, "We got here safe, Mom. But I just want you to know we went right through that town. We didn't even bother to stop. Because I heard you." And it makes a difference, because the reason they hate people that are different than them is because they couldn't break them.
correct.
And so now we need to rise up together, and we need to defeat the hate. We need to put it back in the dungeon it belongs in. We need to bury it forever. It should never reek its ugly soul again in this country. We have to fight.
We should have got rid of. We should have got rid of them the first time when we should have got rid of the Confederacy way back then. We wouldn't be here. They should have just annihilated all the people that fought against the traitors and just the Confederate soldiers and stuff, and just did away with them or imprisoned them or did something harsh to them, and we probably wouldn't be here.
We needed to create laws like Germany.
Correct.
Yeah, true.
And I'm gonna make one more point. I'm a musician, and I play for several different churches, and I get just as many engagements for white churches as I do at my own churches. And the strange thing about it, they love me while I'm there. They love me, while I'm singing and while I'm doing all of these things. And the minute I leave off those premises, they're right back to the same people that they always have been.
Oh, I say that all the time. Because like today's Sunday, I'm like they're at church like, our God is an awesome God, He reigns, and then they come on TikTok like, fuck the immigrants, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, what's wrong with you? Tell me I'm wrong.
That's so true. That's so true.
But thank you for coming up, Jordan. I give you a follow back. You're awesome. Thank you.
Oh my God, Severio just wrote Minstrel Show, just wrote that. You don't even know what that kind of minstrel is, you
It's a
dumbass.
minstrel, not menstrual.
Just bled all over you.
Oh my god. Okay, mechanic. I'm assuming you're a Trump voter because of a comment you made. So one of my mods brought you up. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you, and what state did you vote in?
25 from PA.
25. All right.
I'm going to my underwear drawer now.
What comment did you make, or what did you say that made them bring you up?
That's what we're dealing with. He's peeing on camera because that's all that's in him is water. Oh, excuse me, poison.
Waited all that time for that. People are fucking weird, man.
That was probably the grossest thing.
Hey, Luke.
And yet, I work at a pet store and I deal with piss. I'm gonna make this real quick.
Okay,
because
please. Thank you.
Like it was earlier where I knew that it wasn't friendly time yet, but it was like that. My favorite Republican dude, whoever the hell he is. Like, let me tell you, like, I say this in a sarcastic way and as a rebuttal. I'm honestly happy that he assumes that disabled people should work more because let me tell you, I have a part-time. I'm disabled. I'm not going to be specific about that. And
Right.
also, I'm not sure if you saw it on social media, but at one of the state capitals, they may be able to zip tie physically disabled people in wheelchairs because they're protesting against the Medicaid cuts.
Mhm.
But let me tell you, you come after the disabled community, you also come against those who are physically able.
Correct.
And let me tell you, as someone who's proudly on the spectrum, I'm smarter than most of their mega asses.
Oh yes. My 11-year-olds are smarter than MAGA, so.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I go on history rants, and sometimes even my own family is like, "Why do you know this?" And I'm like, "Have you met me?"
It's called a hyperfixation. Ever heard of it?
Exactly.
I know all about those. I have 2 kids with spectrum issues, so.
And I unfortunately pay taxes into the system that is soon going to work against me.
Right.
And once again, unlike their MAGA Christian bigoted asses, we have empathy. So we the people means everyone, not just them.
That's right.
That's all I want to say.
Exactly. But that's also why Ava knows everything about cats. Remember, I don't know if you were here the day she was giving cat facts, but she knows every cat fact there is to know about cats, even shit I don't even know. And people are like, how does she know that? I'm like, have you ever heard of a hyperfixation?
Oh, trust me. Honestly, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm always in a hyperfixation phase. Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, for sure. Love being up here.
Love you. Bye. I'm trying to get to all y'all. Hang tight. Jay likes naps. I like naps too.
They're fantastic.
I love naps.
How are y'all doing?
I'm good. It's when I try to tell my kids, I'm like, why don't you take a nap? And they're like, if you're they're tired. I'm like, why don't you take a nap? They're like, no. Kids just fucking hate naps. And now I'm like, if someone said go take a nap, I'd be like, phew!
Exactly. I asked my daughter to do it just so that I can sneak one in.
Exactly.
So I'm a Harris voter. I'm totally a friendly.
Yeah.
But I wanted to give another quick example of how people are going to lose their Medicaid as well.
Okay.
I am the one who earlier in the comments said that disability doesn't necessarily get you Medicaid, and I say that because I am disabled. I'm on Social Security disability, legally blind, kidney failure, neuropathy, all sorts of stuff like that. I became disabled in 2015, had a kidney transplant in 2017. But I live in Rhode Island, and I know a lot of states are like this too, where the only requirement, the only thing that Rhode Island factors Medicaid eligibility on is your income. And if they don't include anything else whatsoever, whether your income is disability or you work 40 hours a week. So what ended up happening, believe it or not, the annual cost of living increase in my Social Security disability check put me over the threshold for Medicaid.
Oh, wow.
So I do have Medicare. That came with my disability, so that I'm happy about. But I did have that Medicaid to pick up the leftover after Medicare had already paid. But last year, I hit that limit. Plus the fact that last year they took requirements away. That there was a requirement for a little while that said that the states could not take people off Medicaid who were on there, and it was due to COVID.
Right.
But they put out something that said, yes, you can do that now. So they relooked at my income and said, nope, you don't qualify. And just to maybe give you a little bit of the math, for example, I'm a dad with joint custody of an 11-year-old. So she's here 50% of the time. I cannot include anything about her in my application. I get about $1,900 a month in my check. My rent is $1,550.
Oh my God.
So what ended up happening is, excuse me, since this is going to be sort of a funding issue as well, the states are now going to have to lower that income threshold. Even if you've got people who are working, even possibly full time or whatever they're working, though that income threshold is now going to get lower. So people who need it are not going to be able to get it because now they might make $15 a month too much, or $100 a month too much.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right. If you're even $1 over, you don't get it.
In Rhode Island, they have what they call a spend down, where basically they figure out what the maximum income is. They subtract that from your income, and let's say that's $500. They then say, okay, 500 times 6 months, that's $3,000. If you can show us $3,000 in medical bills, we'll give you Medicaid for the next 6 months, but then you got to start all over again. So they do have that spend down thing here, but there are states that don't have that. So literally, if you said $20, $50, whatever, just over that threshold, you're done. And that's the same thing here in Rhode Island for food stamps as well. So that's another way people are going to lose, rather than just being told they have to go to work.
That's true. Yep. Thank you for that. I forgot about that. There's that income threshold that if you get over, you don't get it.
Yep, exactly. So that's why I said that being on disability doesn't.
That's true.
Get it because I make too much. So that's that was part of it. I just wanted to put that.
I appreciate that.
I hadn't heard anybody talk about that income threshold, and that was a big thing here. So that was it.
I can see.
I responded to you, Jay. What I was trying to say is that it takes 9 months because of all the denials, and they try to find ways to make you not have access to care. We went through this with my brother, who is severely bipolar and schizoaffective, and so he couldn't work. He couldn't function in society. He's a big guy, big able body, but his mind is not there. And the fact that they kept denying him until he absolutely had to be hospitalized because of it, that was the game changer for us when he finally broke. So what they're doing is they push people to the limit where they feel they have nothing, and when they finally break, or somebody's harmed because of a mental health component, right? That's when they act. And by then, you're a year out of when you should have been applied for, where nobody had to get harmed in the process.
You're absolutely right. I'm going to use a weird word here, but I got lucky in the sense that I've been legally blind since about 2001. I continued to keep working as best I could. I took jobs where I didn't have to do a lot of reading, things like that. I actually trained call centers for Blue Cross Blue Shield for the ACA here in Rhode Island. But I didn't have to do a lot of reading for that. It worked out nicely. But once I had the kidney failure, that automatically
Medicare. Yep.
And then while I was on that just for the kidney failure, I was able to document all of my issues from my diabetes, which I've had since I was 8, my mental health issues, and kind of all of that added together, that helped me with that sort of 9 months to a year, battle to get it. So I already was on it, luckily because of the kidney failure, while I was able to show documentation for the other stuff. So in that way, it's a weird thing to say, but I was fortunate in that sense.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Jay.
Thanks for having me up. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good night. Subscriber, I gotta bring up next. Didn't see them. Ruthie, hi.
Hey, it's me. First of all, I'll be quick too because I need to go water my doomsday garden. But first, I want to thank you guys for what you do. You've created spaces where we can join with like-minded people and not feel so alone in the world.
Oh,
And
thank
I
you.
appreciate y'all debating those forums because there's people like me that just can't debate people. Like I'm too reactive and get too ticked off. So I appreciate what y'all do.
Oh, we get reactive when we get ticked off, but yeah.
And I'm here for it. I love it so much. But I wanted to jump on as a healthcare provider. I work in a large hospital system, and I've worked in several large hospital systems across the nation. I wanted to give like an update in real time to all of these MAGA people that are saying the big beautiful bill's not going to be that bad and blah blah blah. The hospital system I work for right now is currently laying people off in anticipation of what's coming with the Medicare and Medicaid cuts. They're laying physicians off. They are laying sitters off, and the sitters are the ones that sit in your room with your BMO and your PPAW
Yep.
to keep them from falling out of the bed and hitting their heads. We are currently undergoing about 100 layoffs right now of these essential staff members. These are not non-essential staff members. And this is all in anticipation. And this is a bigger hospital system. We have a little bit more money in the coffers to wait this out. So I can't even imagine what a rural hospital system is going through right now.
Probably pure panic.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I kind of feel the panic as a provider myself. Like what's the future for me and my husband, because we're both nurse practitioners in a hospital.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Yeah.
And then like on the Medicaid note, for all the I cannot stand when people try to debate what is not Medicaid. I just want y'all to know, and I know y'all know this, but NAGA doesn't. The process to get Medicaid for someone that needs it while they're in the dang hospital is out of control.
Mm-hmm.
And while we have to sit and wait out this weeks-long to months-long process of trying to get Medicaid for Meemaw to get her in a nursing home, a hospital bill is being racked up.
Yep.
Who do they think is paying for that hospital bill? They're so worried about immigrants and illegals taking their money and their, aid and stuff.
And they're not.
And they're not. It's Meemaw that's sitting in the hospital. And if they don't have Medicare and Medicaid to pay for those bills, hospitals have to apply for federal grants to pay to keep the lights on.
Correct.
So dumbasses, the money's still coming out of your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Quit complaining about immigrants. We're the ones that are draining the system.
I agree. Thank you, Ruthie.
Yeah. And that's it. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.
Jim and Val, y'all keep going. I love you guys. Y'all keep going. And I'm going to keep harassing people in the comment section. Love you too. Thank you.
Sounds great. Kreiner, thank you for the $5 cash up for Ava's cat knowledge. She'll be happy.
How do I drop myself?
Oh, I got you. I was busy looking at my screen. Oh, there you go. Okay, Jim, got you. I didn't want to forget to say thank you. 7 hospitals are closing in West Virginia. Oh my God, I bet that's Charlie trying to call me again. I have a stalker.
I was like, who's Charlie? What have I missed?
Oh, he's Charlie from YouTube. Because I have my number on YouTube to call in, and he's called me like 42 times.
Does he talk about anything?
He did the first time. He's like, "Do you remember when you were at the grocery store buying champagne because you thought Kamala was going to win?" I'm like, "That was not me." He's like, "Yes, that was you. You're Diava, right?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking?" He's nuts, but I'm like, "Nope, that's not me." He's like, "Are you wearing a blue shirt and glasses?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because you can see me. You can see me on YouTube." And he just keeps calling and 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 calling. And I think he's the one who left me a voicemail the other day, singing me a song about how much. I should play you guys. Is he singing a song about how much he loves me or something? I don't know. It's crazy.
Ooh,
No. He's a MAGA chud. No. No, he's weird. Wes, he's probably watching and getting all upset or getting excited. I don't know which one, but
Getting bricked up, let's be honest. How are you, my dear?
Good, Wes. How are you?
Well, I've been better. It was fun for no reason. But I wanted to come up here today because I have not had the opportunity to tell Jem how big and beautiful her brain is.
Isn't it?
I have caught you a few times here on the live, and I know you used to be around more, and that's fine. Your passion, your knowledge, the way that you cook these people. I do live debates and stuff myself too, and Diava does a great job. Val, you unalive it all the time as well. I have never come across someone with so much passion like you, and I literally just came up to give you your flowers. So I waited in line, let everybody talk about all the things. I just wanted to come give you your flowers.
I'm going to run to the restroom while you're giving your flowers.
Thank you so much. I often am on this panel with my brother Val down here, and people will come up and talk about my passion, and then they'll tell Val how smart he is. And I often tell Val, I'm like, I'm very smart.
TikTok gods, but that's okay.
Okay. What was your prior name?
It was Wes always has an opinion, so now it's
Okay.
Wesley always has an opinion. Now I use my government name on that one.
So let's go ahead and do a commercial while she's away too, because we should be higher than 221 at this hour. We've got 10 minutes. Let's see if we can get her to 300,000, you guys. There's 575 people in here. There are no hearts dancing except for mine. That's my finger doing all those dancing hearts right there. Let's tap, 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 tap. There is 0 out of 20 on her goals. Let's give her some hearts. She has her gift, her subscriptions turned on. She only needs 3 more to hit her goal today. So if we could possibly do the subscription as well, make sure that you are supporting your panel whenever you enjoy the education or information or laughter that's provided to panels. This is a lot of work. I don't think people understand that being on a panel or hosting a live is a lot of work. It's exhausting. It's mentally draining. And you also are taking abuse from people you don't know simply because you're giving them facts and data and they get angry about it. So make sure you understand that if there are people, whether it's Diava's live or Val's live or Mishi's live or whomever, that you support your panelist and your host, because it takes a lot out of us to do these lives, and why some of us do have to step away to make sure we regroup sometimes, because it's a lot, especially the after effects, like Charlie, who's proven to be loco.
Loquito,
Yeah, he's still calling my phone. My good lord.
Yeah, we were doing a little dance to Bieber while you were gone.
Oh, sorry.
And I know there's 552 people in here. The shares are only at 150. I know Diava's only live for the next 10 minutes, but I think if everyone just hit that share button, that copy link button, I think that would do nothing but help. So let me just piggyback off of Jem's little PSA and add my own little ditty in there.
That's
it's me. It's not some rando on a new account. And Jem, I am doing a virtual bow to you right now.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank
I
you,
really do.
Wes.
I don't think that you guys know sometimes what those of us who are on this app and we appear to be strong. We're strong only when we also feel the support. So
Yes.
make sure that you guys understand that your kind words do make a difference for all of us as well.
Oh yeah. It's mentally taxing. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Trust me, I know. I'll be going live in just a little bit. I'm prepping myself up now, getting a little food, and then maybe a little Jesus juice, a little wine, and then
There you go.
I'll go a little wild.
Jesus juice.
I like that.
All right. Thank you, Wes. I appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words to Jem too.
Of course, and you already know how I feel about
Of
you.
course.
Val, you do too.
Of course.
We like Val.
We tolerate him.
I just want to show you guys my harvest today. I went out because I planted these carrots in March and I thought they would be like big carrots. Can you put me on the big screen and look at what I got after they've grown since March? I was very sad. It's a MAGA weenie. That was my carrot, and the purple one behind it is even smaller. So I had to go re-dig. I redug the hole and replanted them to see if I can get them to re-root. And I'm just gonna let them grow for a whole year. I was so sad. I'm gonna fight the heat out of that little carrot.
Oh my God, that's so funny. The MAGA mushroom.
My tomatoes are massive. The tomatoes came out great, and my little tomatoes are prolific. But that carrot was very disappointing, like most dates.
Oh my God. That's so funny. Lori.
Bigger than that carrot.
Right? Lori.
Hi. I'm a Paris voter.
Okay.
I've never come up on a live before, so this is a new one for me. But I love you guys.
Thank you.
Val and you, I listen to you every day. But I wanted to talk about that Social Security disability. My husband was severely ill with a very rare disease for almost 4 years. And in order for him to get his disability, we fought for 4 years.
Yep.
We had to take pictures. He had it's called sweet syndrome. It's usually in women. It's usually a prereq to cancer. It's very rare. His was all in his legs, and it would jump from one leg to the other.
Oh my word.
Every time we had an outbreak, we had to take pictures and record what medicine he was on. And I still have his medical records up in the closet. He died in 2004.
Oh, I'm sorry.
48.
Oh wow.
Yeah. By the end, he was on oxygen 24/7, and he couldn't get out of bed without help. But for them to say it's easy to get disability,
Right.
it's not.
No.
It's not.
It really isn't.
No, he got it. He finally got approved in April of 2003, and he died January 31st of 2004.
Oh my word.
He would have qualified for the Medicaid in that February 1st, and he died January 31st.
Oh no. Oh my God.
So, it's not easy to get disability.
It's not.
It's not a given. You have to have all kinds of records, and his doctors. I mean, we live in Tennessee. I hate Marsha Blackburn. And
I'm in Florida. I feel you.
my representative in Congress. I don't like him either.
Yeah.
But it sucks to be in Tennessee.
Sucks to be in Florida. I feel you.
Yep, it does. I'm a little blue dot in the middle, an hour south of Nashville, in a little town called Lewisburg, Tennessee, and I'm surrounded by MAGA. But
Yep.
I have a cop that's my neighbor, and he had Trump stuff up yard next door to me. And he had a change of heart when Trump pardoned the J6ers.
Yep.
That day after the J6ers were pardoned, everything that he had that was Trump in his yard, and he used to wear the Magna hat and everything. The day after the J6ers were pardoned, everything in his yard, and I have never seen him put a red hat on again.
Good.
But a little too late.
A little too late. I agree.
That was the line that they crossed.
I do have a little bit of good news if you want to stay up here for me to share it, Lori.
Yes.
There has been a miracle rescue of 2 girls from the Texas floods after they were found clinging 30 feet up in the air in a tree.
Oh my God. That is wonderful. But Diva, I'm like you. I lost my oldest daughter, and she's a nurse. And her husband and his family are all MAGA, and she has become MAGA. So
Yep.
it's real hard because she's my oldest. I only have 2 girls, and she told my youngest, who's Democrat, that nobody lost their rights, and because we said we were voting for Harris for women's rights and that, and she said your rights were taken away. I said my granddaughter's rights were taken away. Well, no, they weren't. I said, yes, they were, Melissa. I don't know how you can say that they weren't, but I just wanted to say I love you guys. I listen to you every day.
Thank you so much, Lori.
I love you and jump you, and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Lori. I gave you a follow back. I really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. And would you drop me down?
I certainly can. Thank you for your thoughts and your kind words.
And the sad part is they're going to say it's God that did that instead of the first responders and the people who volunteered to be out there looking. And
Exactly.
I can't give the glory to God when so many unalive
Nope.
due to human error.
I agree. And Kreiner, thank you for the $5 cash app. Thank you for your hard work. We love you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Dawn.
Hey, I wasn't gonna come up, but I just had to. First off, I want to say it is not easy to get Medicaid.
No.
I had a stroke in 2013, and it took 5 months for me to get my disability. But my husband and I were not qualified for Medicaid because he made too much. And I had to wait 5 months. Yeah, I wasn't denied at all. I had to see doctors and everything, but I guess a stroke will just like usher you in. And I got my Medicaid. We tried to get food stamps, and we didn't qualify for that at first while he was working. When he retired in 2021, they wanted to give us $39 a month in food stamps.
Yeah, last time when I applied for food stamps, when Ava and Chase were real little, they gave me $9 a month.
Oh God! And
I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna buy with that? A loaf of bread and a gallon of milk?
yeah, and
Like, what the hell's that good for?
my husband died in October 2023. I had to take him off of life support.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
And after he died, Social Security didn't want to even pay me because he was my payee. And I had to go down there and face them and say, I didn't trust anybody else to become my payee, that I wanted it switched to just my name. And I had to once again answer the questions that they had asked me when I first went, but I was able to answer them this time. And she said, wow, you seem like you're pretty normal.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah. I said, well, you put me through rehab.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right? So she took my husband's name off and didn't even make me go see their doctors. And then in that March, which was last March in 2024, I turned 65. And right then and there, I somehow qualified for Medicaid, and I wasn't even trying. And they gave it to me. I had to go through an advocate, and now I'm dual eligible. But the thing is if when this bill goes through,
Who the heck knows?
I won't be able to afford my insulin or anything if they take it away. So, and then the only other thing I wanted to say was when Jim was putting her, that picture behind her up, I can't really see it because it's like small. And when she was talking to that guy that was giving her the flowers, was giving you the flowers, Jim, I don't want to talk around you. I thought that the things behind her in that picture were her legs on a beach, and she was. I thought she was advertising her legs on a beach.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I kept trying.
If those were my legs, they're awfully tiny, and I tanned very unevenly.
Oh my God, that's the funniest thing I've heard
I
today.
couldn't tell what they were.
Oh, that's so funny.
Put them up on the big screen, and then I said, "Oh, I guess that's not a real legs."
No, I'm sitting in my living room next to my mom watching the count, and the count is missing. So it's 80 confirmed unalived, 10 campers still missing, 1 camp counselor still missing, and 41 additional missing. That's over, for those of you keeping score, that is literally over 130 people. I called this yesterday that this would be over 100. Did I not, Val?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
Well, thank you, Dawn, for coming up.
Thank you. I didn't think I would get up, and I was like, I was up last night, so it doesn't matter, but I wanted to say that.
No worries. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. It is after 7, so I got to run and go feed them damn kids. But thank you, Val and Jim, for being here today. Thank you guys for all the likes, the taps, the gifts, the cash apps, the Venmos, but more importantly, just thank you for being here. And thank you for being part of our community. And we're all going to need each other to get through all this stuff. So I really appreciate you being part of it. And we'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do it all over again. So
I just wanted to tell you yesterday, I love you guys both. I just wanted to tell you yesterday, I dropped because I was just very frustrated because he said he was on Capitol Hill for that hearing that just happened. And the reason it was so sensitive is California asked for $40 million for that wildfire, and they've only received $2.5 billion, or excuse me, $40 billion, and they've only received $2.5 billion for the catastrophe that's less than 1% of the damages. And for everybody in here who doesn't understand that California pays more money than any other state into the repairs that happen in other areas, it is really gross to me. I wasn't impacted by those fires, but I know there are millions of people, not only with jobs, but their housing, their land, that is going to take years to fix. And we should be able to recoup the losses and not have to be in a red state to do so, especially since we are the biggest tax-paying state in the United States. And I felt like he totally just ignored me yesterday. And I was frustrated because those are federal lands right now that are currently on fire. We can't allow politics to dictate who gets help. We can't.
I agree.
And we should all be fighting.
Oh, yeah.
I would never say that Texas doesn't deserve this money. They deserve to be cared for. These children and these families are going to need help. And I can say that wholeheartedly.
Absolutely.
So I love you, and I just wanted you to know I left because I don't want to get mad at people I love. I was just so frustrated.
And that's okay. I figured you were. I figured you were frustrated, and that's why I'm like, I don't know if you heard me, but I said she has every right to feel how she feels, like every right. So I gathered that, but thank you for letting me know. But anyway, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow at 4, and we'll do it all over again. Mwah. Have a good night, everybody. All right, YouTube and Twitch. I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do it all over again. I love you so much. Thank you for your support. Make sure you've given a like on this live, and we'll see you tomorrow.